point file, I'm going to go to the Points menu and I'll choose Point Creation Tools. And in the Create Points toolbar, I'll click this icon on the far right side. This brings up the Import Points dialog box. From here, I'll click the Add button to select the file I'd like to insert. I will then navigate to my Exercise Files folder. I'll jump into the Points directory, and in here is another folder called Point Data. Once I get into that folder, I will come down to the Files of Type and make sure this is set to All Files. The file that I'm inserting happens to be a comma delimited file. By default, this was viewing only text files. I'll select this file called Intersection, and I'll click Open. After selecting the file, I can then declare the point file format I'm using. I'm going to drag this slider on the right all the way to the bottom because I'm using the PNEST format, point number, northing, easting, elevation, description, comma delimited. After selecting that, I will see a preview of my data organized into those columns. This way I can look and make sure that everything looks okay. If I wanted to, I could create a point group at this time. We'll talk about point groups in a little bit. Finally, I'm going to come down and remove all the checks down at the bottom of the dialog box. I do not want to do any elevation adjustments or coordinate transformations. I want the points to come in with the same coordinates and elevation that they're assigned in the point file. When finished, I'll click OK. I will then close this toolbar. Now, the points are in the drawing. I just wasn't lucky enough to have them pop in where I happen to be looking. So I'm going to double-click the mouse wheel to do a zoom extents. I can now see the point data. Let's zoom in a little. Currently, the labels are a little large. I'm going to fix that by going to the Annotation Scale menu, and I'll choose 1 inch equals 10 feet to make these a little smaller. I will then zoom in on some of these points, and we'll take a closer look. As you can see, when the point data came into the drawing, the points were assigned the appropriate marker and label style. This point was considered a ground shot. We can see the description right there. Thus, it was given a unique point and label style. Let me zoom in a little bit closer. Here we can see the point marker and label used for trees and shrubs. I'm going to pan up just a little. Let me show you this. I'm going to select this tree point. Notice the label down here. I'm going to click the square grip such that I can pull out the leader. I'll place it right here. And I'll press Escape. Just wanted to show you that I created a label style in which the leader is turned off. This allows me to position the text wherever I like it. Let's choose this one. I'll click the grip and pull the text up here. We'll make the shrub a little bit easier to read. I'll click the leader grip and pull the text over here. This point data represents a rural intersection. This is the data we're going to be working with for the next few lessons to create our existing conditions model. After inserting the survey point data into the drawing, the next step in building the model is to isolate similar points such that we can start connecting the dots. We'll look at how to do that in our next lesson.